He lost everything in the war: his home, his factory, and even his dream. But instead of giving up, he built an empire from the ashes. This is the unbelievable true story of Soichiro Honda, a man who went from scraping metal in post-war Japan to founding one of the most powerful automotive companies in the world. But his journey wasn't just about engines. It was about endurance. Soichiro Honda wasn't born rich. He was the son of a blacksmith, fascinated by machines and speed. By age 15, he'd left school to work as a mechanic, dreaming of one day building his own car. Years passed. He saved, struggled, and finally, in 1937, started a small company making piston rings. He hoped to sell them to Toyota, but his first samples? Rejected. Toyota said his parts were junk. So what did Honda do? He went back to school, not to study theory, but to understand metallurgy, precision, and quality. He worked by day, studied by night, slept on the floor. Eventually, Toyota approved his designs. Things were finally looking up. Then came World War II. His factory? Bombed. Rebuilt it. Then an earthquake? Flattened it again. By 1946, Japan was in ruins. People were starving. Fuel was almost impossible to find, but Honda had an idea. He attached a tiny engine to a bicycle, a noisy, ugly little machine that could actually move people. It wasn't glamorous, but it worked. He called it the Type A. Friends laughed, investors said no, but desperate citizens bought it. And Honda? He couldn't make them fast enough. Would you have bet your life savings on an engine strapped to a bicycle? Drop it in the comments. Be honest. In 1948, he officially founded Honda Motor Company. Still, it wasn't easy. He was competing with giants: Yamaha, Suzuki, even the mighty Toyota. But Honda had something they didn't: obsession. He obsessed over quality, speed, efficiency, style. He released the Honda Super Cub in 1958, a small, affordable motorcycle. It was so reliable that even people who had never ridden a bike before felt confident. Soon, it became the best-selling motorcycle in history. And Honda? He wasn't done. He set his sights on America. People told him not to bother. Americans love big Harleys, they said. No one will ride your toy bikes. But Honda knew better. He launched a campaign. You meet the nicest people on a Honda. And it worked. College students, moms, young professionals, all started riding Hondas. By the 1970s, Honda had taken over the US market. Then came the oil crisis. Gas prices exploded. While Detroit struggled to make smaller cars, Honda released the Civic, fuel-efficient, cheap, and reliable. Americans loved it. And just like that, Soichiro Honda, the war-torn metalworker, had built a global empire. Do you think you could stay this resilient after bombings, bankruptcy, and rejection? Let me know in the comments. I really want to hear your honest thoughts. Before his retirement, Honda said, "Success is 99% failure." And he meant it. His story isn't just about engines. It's about grit, rebuilding when life falls apart, and betting on yourself when no one else will. If this story inspired you, hit that like button. Subscribe for more powerful stories like this. And tell us in the comments, what would you do if you lost everything?